Hey everyone, welcome. It's opening morning for the muskie season here in northern Wisconsin, and generally speaking this is the time of year that kicks us all off, and we all get excited about going muskie fishing. I know that we made a trip to the south earlier this month, and I'll show you the clip here. So anyways, that was the extent of our May muskie fishing. Was one trip. It was relatively uneventful. I mean, aside from that one fish that was smaller, wanted to eat. Anyways, since we don't know what we're doing this, we haven't been out on this particular body of water in some 6 months, 8 months, whatever it's been a while. And so we don't exactly know what the fish are doing. I have a pretty good idea. I'm gonna probably start shallow, go with some weeds, probably start with some twitch baits, and we'll go with some, like a regular swimming dog, possibly some top water. I wanna try out the new Lake X toad. So I'm gonna play around with a few things for the next 4 hours probably. That's about how much time I have out here. It's crazy the amount of changes that we've had in northern Wisconsin. I mean, 3 weeks ago when we were up here for the walleye opener, it was we had ice the first day of the season on these lakes, and now 3 weeks later it's supposed to be 92 degrees today. It's supposed to be 90s all weekend long. I would imagine the water temperatures are probably in the mid 60s on this particular body of water. But I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna give it a shot and see what happens. Catch y'all later. Alright everyone, it's the second weekend of the muskie season. Last weekend was unseasonably warm. I probably spent more time having water fights and walleye fishing and bass fishing than I did muskie fishing. So of course I don't have anything to show from last week other than nothing. I got nothing. So I didn't have a follow. I didn't spend much time, 3-4 hours on the water at the most, as far as muskie fishing. So I've been back at it today. Like I said, it's the second weekend, so we're 7 days from when I was out last. And I was hoping to have a video that we actually put a fish in the boat, but clearly that hasn't happened yet. So I'm hoping to combine last week and this week, and maybe I'll put a fish in the boat. But if not, we're going to publish this anyways. And then I have 2 days in Hayward coming up this next week, and we'll get some cool stuff going there. Anyways, today I'm using the MEPS Musky Flaraboo, the number 8s. I got a couple pike on it already today, and then I'm going to try to attack them with a regular size swimming dog. So those are kind of my tools of choice, not necessarily just those colors. I'm probably going to maybe try a little bit of glide bait yet today. So last weekend it was 90-95 degrees all weekend long. Now this weekend it's completely different. Tomorrow they're calling for 55 degrees and rain. Today we're probably looking at like a high of like 65, windy conditions. Things have definitely changed. Water temperatures even cooled this week. The one thing that's better probably is weed growth this week is up quite a bit from what it was last week already. Some of the spots that it was, foot below the surface last week, we're getting closer to the top. So I'm hoping I can still find muskies shallow, and I would assume I would, because I have a theory that you can always find muskies in weeds. It's not necessarily the most desirable size of the fish, but you can probably always find a fish. And right now, heck, I'm just looking for any fish because it's the beginning of the season, and I still don't have a fish in the boat, and I'm more of a weekend type warrior, like I'd say probably 90% of the guys watching this video are. I got to try to repattern every single weekend that I'm out, which sometimes can be difficult, and so far this season it's gonna prove to be, because we've had basically two extremes. Well, that's gonna wrap up episode 1 for this season. It was a tough few days on the water. I don't think that anything helped as far as hot temperatures, and then we went to hot to cold, and you know, based off of the way the spring was, I think that made it kind of tough. But I know people did have success, so that's not really an excuse. And if there wasn't a tournament out there this weekend, somebody would have caught fish, and if there was a tournament last weekend, someone would have caught fish. I guess it's just, you know, it's a long season. It just started. We're going to keep grinding, and hopefully we can put some fish in the boat in one of these couple episodes. I would imagine in the next one we'll probably be able to get something together. I feel good about it. Things will start to stabilize and get back to normal. But, so like, you know, sometimes when I'm out musky fishing, like I said, I'm mostly just, you know, I get to get out on weekends. Occasionally I get to get out in the day, you know, during the week. A lot of times I just have 3, 4, 5 hours on the water. So I got to try to break it down. If I don't specially plan a trip, a lot of times when I'm up north, I'm solo. And so I try not to hit a lot of spots. I try to hit the high priority spots. I try to work them sometimes twice. I'll work once fast and once slow. Try to figure out a pattern. Obviously it didn't work out. But hey, I appreciate you watching. If you made it this far, hit the subscribe button for us. If you ding the bell, you'll get the notification. We appreciate it. Thank you.